Hello there, this is Cathy Rosewell Jonas
And Heather Shelton.
from EPIC Healing Eugene, and this is part of our Oregon Psilocybin EPIC educational series. And so what we thought we'd do is we're going to be doing several videos to help out people with preparation and integration for a psychedelic experience, or actually starting a personal growth path. And some of these strategies are actually weaved into my book, Metamorphosis of an Awakened Heart from Teachings from Mother Ayahuasca. And we're just going to make it kind of fun here and start out with Meditation 101. Heather, take it away.
Well, Cathy, I have really tried meditation in the past and I found it very hard. And so I'm wondering if there are any easy tricks to meditation.
Well, meditation is often made very difficult because of what we think meditation should be. A lot of us have an idea about that we need to sit quietly and have no thoughts. Well, here's a top level secret. Everybody has thoughts. Even monks, they go into caves to not have thoughts and they still have thoughts. So it's times that we're going to have a quiet mind, and we will have moments of more peacefulness and calmness. But to get rid of thoughts is not what we're talking about when we're talking about meditation.
Oh, well, that's helpful because I do have a lot of running thoughts, and then that makes me feel like I'm not doing it the right way.
Right. So one of the easy ways to think about meditation is we want to have a focus for our attention. So instead of our focus going immediately to thoughts and getting lost in the stories that our thoughts create. This is happening to everybody. This is normal. This is not like something that's only happening to you. So this is something that we just need a focus for our attention. So we're going to talk about that.
That makes me feel better already. And I have heard about lighting a candle and staring at the flame. And I tried that with my children, actually. So maybe that would be a technique for me as well.
Okay, so that would be one focus of attention. That would be a visual focus of attention. So it can be something like on an altar or a candle. It can be a tree, it can be a flower, but really, this is what I think is the most helpful, is to have something with you all the time. So you might not always have a flower, you might not always have a candle, but guess what you have all the time? Any guesses?
Well, I like to have a rock in my pocket, but I'm not sure if that's what you're alluding to or not.
I'm talking about the breath.
Oh.
Yes. So what we want is to start to tune into our breath, that our breath is coming in and out. It's something with us all the time. We don't need to have a rock in our pocket, although I also like to have rocks and crystals around. We don't have to have a candle or a pitcher. So the breath is just something to tune into. So thoughts can come and go. And then we're just bringing our attention back to the breath. Would you like to try a little meditation? It looks like you're already going for it. So let's just try that just for 1 minute. 1 minute, not any longer. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find our breath. And sometimes it helps to put the hand on the chest or on the stomach and feeling the breath coming in and out. When thoughts come, which they will, that's normal. All you do is put your attention back on the breath. Guess what? You're meditating right now. This is meditation. It's not more difficult.
felt really good to focus on my breath, actually, and
Okay.
take a nice deep breath. Yes, I'm going to practice that more at home.
Okay. Is there, we actually have several questions about mindfulness, so we're going to just pull out a few questions here.
Well, Cathy, one question I have is, what does mindfulness actually mean?
Mindfulness is to not be just distracted with thoughts, is the way I think about it. So we can be mindful in, like, say we're focusing on an artistic project, or we're focusing on we're working in our wood shop, if you have one of those, or in the garden, and you can lose track of time and you're just like really focused and enjoying what you're doing. And so mindfulness is just not having distracted attention. And really what the top secret is here is mindfulness is present moment awareness.
Sometimes I can feel the difference when it often happens when I'm washing dishes, that I will feel really irritated if there's a lot going on and I'm distracted by it. And then other times when I'm washing dishes and just washing dishes and having that really be the only thing I'm paying attention to, I find it's actually a more peaceful activity, even though it's washing dishes.
Yeah.
So that sounds like I'm being mindful in the present moment.
You really are.
Happens.
And so mindfulness can actually happen in the day-to-day task. And so it is helpful if a person can find those moments of pause. In the example of mindfulness, of sitting down and listening, feeling your breath coming in and out and redirecting thoughts, that's a way to kind of offer some calming to the busy mind and the busy body of coming into it. But really, mindfulness is something you bring to daily life. So in Zen Buddhism, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. Well, what does that mean? That just means that they're mindful and they're chopping wood and they're carrying water. And it's just bringing mindfulness into work, into driving, into parenting, into being a dog owner, pet owner, just bringing your awareness kind of out of yourself, out of just the busy thinking, contracted way that a lot of us can become when we're really worried and self-focused on what's happening in here, and we start to just bring our awareness out. And so we make eye contact when we're talking with somebody, that we become more aware, more present.
Yes, the present moment. I always feel good in the present moment.
Yes.
So is there a difference between mindfulness and meditation?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Well, that takes some pressure off, actually, of that whole, when meditation's challenging, doesn't actually mean we have to do it in that certain way. I know when my children were young and I had a full farm, that it was very, very busy and chaotic, and the places where I felt the most peace were when I was spinning wool. I'm a spinner, so I would be able to just find a zen, since you use that word. It felt very zen to just do an activity and be able to focus on just that activity. So that's I used to joke that was my meditation, but it sounds like really
it really can be. Anything can be a meditation. Watering your plants every week, if you do it with intention, even like, say, if you're gonna add a little bit of fertilizer to your watering can, and and then you're gonna just spend a little bit of time with each plant, and you're trying to just bring yourself to what you're doing. Many of us live on autopilot, and we are checked out. We're driving, we get to where we're going. How do we get to where we're going? Did we even remember what we were doing? And so this is just becoming more present, and it's just slowing down enough to bring ourselves to our life. And this is present moment awareness, but this is present moment being in the present moment. And it feels good.
I love that. I do love that.
Yeah.
Oh, and as I do water my flowers every day, and for me that is a meditation and a very special time. So thank you for that, Cathy. I have one more question that I feel like is kind of important that I would like to know. And how does meditation and mindfulness help with psychedelic preparation?
That is an excellent question. So the more that we can become aware, and in our, like that little exercise we were doing about feeling the breath coming in and out, and watching the thoughts come and go, but anchoring back to the breath, just remembering about how that felt, that we're breathing, we're feeling, we have our thoughts go back and forth. But the other thing that's happening is we have sensations. We have physical sensations that come and go. And the more that we're able to become more present, we become more aware that sensations come and go. That means that there is an impermanence, a natural impermanence to feeling states. Things change. We can all have a rough patch. We can all have a hard day. We can all have a hard moment. But the more that we become aware that we're sitting in our body and we're experiencing the ebb and flow of emotions, of breathing in and out, sensations coming and going, when we have a psychedelic experience, we can be with those feelings coming and going, because there's a part of us, that part that's breathing, that doesn't change, right? There's a part of us that always stays the same. And that's part of the magic or the discovery to find out about mindfulness. What part of you actually stays the same?
I love that question. Well, thank you, Cathy. That is really helpful. I think I'm going to plan on doing a little practice and figure out what my meditation technique is, because it sounds like it's a little bit different for everyone.
And it can be, and that's okay. That's what mindfulness is, such a beautiful thing, is people find, like, some people go to church. Some people, their cathedral is the forest.
I'll probably go to the forest this weekend. That sounds like a good place for me.
Yeah, very good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So we hope this was helpful. This is our little introduction to mindfulness and meditation. And join us next time for our EPIC Healing Eugene Psilocybin educational series. And take good care.